Hi Thomas, and a very warm welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a very special lockdown or quarantine edition of What's in the Bag. Now, as always, if you're a fan, please remember to smash the subscribe button below or leave a comment. First of all, let's take a quick look around the bag. As you can see, I've got a lovely Big Max bag. The bag itself is waterproof. Now, I don't like playing in the rain, but if I do play in the rain, this is going to keep me nice and dry. One of the things, if you're a keen-eyed observer, you might notice is there aren't 14 clubs in my bag. I'm going to be receiving another 2 shortly, which I'll tell you about at the end, and then for my final club, I'm going to give you a challenge. But before we get to that, let's take a look at the clubs that I already have, starting with the Big Stick. Obviously a very important club. As you can see, I've got some pretty shiny head covers here, but let's take a look under them and see what we've got. Okay, check this out. Callaway Maverick driver. Thing of great beauty. Look at the beautiful shape of the head. It's weighted to stop my very, very nasty slice that I have. And the really clever thing about this driver, if we just zoom in a little bit here, you can set it to alter the loft, and you can put either a fade or a draw setting on it. So my setting, which I got in the at the shop with the specialist, it's a 9-degree driver to start with, but then you can see here on the shaft I've got it set for a draw because, as I mentioned, I have a little bit of a slice, and then I've got the loft up 1 degree just to help me get it up off the ground. It's been working really well. On the course I've been hitting this thing around about 280 to 300 yards. Moving on to the 3-wood, same thing, not quite as impressive obviously. There it is, quick look at the loft. That's a 15-degree 3-wood, which I hit about 250 to 260 yards if I give it a real whack. Now, moving on to the irons, what have we got here? Let's just take this 4-iron out and have a little bit of a look at it. As you can see, TaylorMade irons. Tiger Woods cannot be wrong, and lots of other tour pros. These are not obviously the very high-end bladed irons because I am not good enough to use them. You can see they've got a little bit of an insert there just to help you get the ball off the ground and help you hit it a little bit further. So I hit these irons probably each one of them 10 yards further than my old irons, which were, to be fair, 20 years old. They're P790s. I've been using them for a couple of months now and I absolutely love them. And so we arrive at perhaps the most important section of any golf bag. Short game is the most important thing in getting low scores. At the moment, I've got 3 wedges. Let's look at each of them in turn. First of all, the stock wedge that came with the TaylorMade irons. It's a nice club. Hit this thing probably about 125 to 130 yards. The thing that I like most about this club is when I played my last round of golf with my friend Rash, who Aidan knows, I hit a wedge from 130 yards to the second hole, and I knocked it in for an eagle at the par 4. Therefore, this club holds a very special place in my heart. Next, moving down, we've got a 50-degree wedge. Now, these are TaylorMade wedges. They are the milled grind wedges. You can see from the MG lettering here, and they're a little bit special. As you can see, they've got a ribbed sole to help you make a good contact in any fairway conditions or in the rough. But looking at the face, you might notice that that face looks a little bit dirty. It's not in fact dirt, it's rust. These clubs are designed so that the face will rust and it gives you extra spin, and a lot of tour players are using that to achieve more rip back on those hard greens. Popping that one back in the bag, this is my lob wedge, which I also use as a sand wedge. As you can see, it's got the beautiful copper head and the high toe. The special thing about this wedge, if we just flip it round, have a look, you can see that the grooves go all the way across. That high toe up here helps you to really open up that club face at contact. So here we go. You can lay it open. Helps you get the ball further up into the air, and that extra face makes sure that you make a really good contact with the ball. It's a lovely club. I've been using it with great success out of the sand. And finally, of the clubs that I actually have in the bag right now, the putter. Now, people are always buying new putters and trying to achieve magic results on the green. I'm no different. Take a look at this one. As you can see, it is very old. It's a Ping Zing 5BZ. Don't think they make it anymore. Can't really find any on eBay. I don't think many people are using these. It's okay, I don't mind using it, but as you can see, doesn't look beautiful behind the ball, doesn't instill the levels of confidence that people are looking for on those greens. So if you remember at the beginning of the video, I said I needed 3 more clubs in my bag to get to 14. 2 are on the way. A hybrid, which is going to fill the gap nicely between my 4-iron and my 3-wood, and a new putter, because as I said, mine just really isn't working for me anymore and I need to hole some putts. I have a challenge for you, and this is it. Returning to the wedge section, Thomas, I need you to recommend me a new wedge. Let's go through them and explain the challenge. So, remember the pitching wedge. Hit it 125 yards on a smooth swing. That's fine. 50-degree wedge. Hit this thing maybe 110, maybe 115 yards if I really put everything into it, which is, you know, that's really handy for some of those shorter par 4s. And then I have the lob wedge, which is 60 degrees. This I hit 80 yards. So if you think about those distances, 110 to 80 yards, there's a 30-yard gap between my 2 lowest loft wedges, and I need you to recommend me something to fill that gap. What loft are we thinking about? Should I get the TaylorMade wedge to complete the set? Should I think about something completely different to give me more options on the course? The challenge for you is to make that recommendation. So guys, thanks for watching this very special edition of What's in the Bag. I hope you enjoyed it. I really look forward to receiving your recommendation. I think it's going to help me shoot lower scores and most importantly, beat Aidan the next time we play.
Do it again, do it